Yo, I'm live. Let's do a countdown.
There is nothing wrong with your radio. Do not attempt to adjust the channel. The Bridgewater Triangle is now controlling the transmission. It is controlling the frequency. A mysterious energy is now controlling the airwaves that are about to bend your mind and stretch your imagination beyond its limits and take you to a place so powerful you may never be able to return. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which could only reach out from the Bridgewater Triangle's outer limits.
Welcome to the Bridgewater Triangle. You guys remember that episode? I thought it was appropriate to play that, man. Yo, what's happening? What's up, everybody? How you doing? Yes, I told you I was going live tonight. I actually gave you a little head start, and I'm still looking for you. And the cool thing is I have to welcome everybody to the Get Haunted Network because we are on the Get Haunted Network right now, live and happening. Thank you to Courtney Peterson, Sarah, and Rob. Thank you again for hanging out with my ADD. That's how it works for me, man. I'm like, and then I'm in. Let's see. So tonight, what we're going to do, because last night I had Rich on, if you remember, from Shadowside Paranormal Research Society. Hang on, that's my phone. I have to watch it on there. There's Big Andy on Facebook. What's up, my man? Jim Lewis is here. What's up, J. Lou? What's up, everybody? People coming on in. Let's go, because tonight we're going to discuss that Thursday night premiere thing of my boy Phil Anderson's work with the investigation with the TRI collaboration. Is TRI hyphen collaboration? Could that be a thing? Let's make it a thing. I just made it a thing. It's my show. I can do what I want. So deal with it. So yeah, so I had Rich on last night, if you remember, on one of my little updates. Well, tonight, not to be outdone by Rich, I have the man, the myth, and the legend, the very talented editor and investigator and very knowledgeable of the Bridgewater Triangle. My friend, Phil Anderson, is here. And we are going to talk with you a little bit about what's going on for Thursday night, man. So we want you guys to be fired up for Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Standard, to join us as we go over our evidence after his premiere at 7 p.m., like we've discussed. We're going to be over here talking about it. And we're actually working on the best way to share that with you over here and then go through it and tell you our personal experiences of what we heard, what we didn't hear, and how things went. So I want you guys to be a part of that. But glad to actually see your face. Yeah, real funny, J-Lo. Too soon. I had to get my shit fixed. And look at that screen tonight. It's like I have a filter on or something, and I don't. I mean, who would want to filter all that beauty? You know what I mean? All right, enough about me. Let's bring my boy Phil to the stage, and then we'll talk more about Thursday night. So welcome, everybody. Mr. Phil with 2 L's, Anderson. What's happening, bro?
Not much, man. Thank you for that incredible introduction. I don't know if I've ever been described as a man, myth, and a legend all in the same sentence, but...
Well, you know what? You are now. You're on my show, and that's your label, so deal with it.
Yeah. Hey, I've been called much worse than that, so I will take that.
God.
I will take that.
I've been called much worse than that at church. You know what I mean? So hey, you're gonna say, look at Sketch is here. What's up, Sketch? Jim Lewis says, what's up, Phil? Hey, listen, if you're coming in on my Facebook, you could jump over to YouTube, like and subscribe, and then jump over to YouTube. I can see your comments in the room because I'm not on my Banter with Richie B Facebook tonight. I actually am on my personal because I wanted all my friends to know this big news. And I'm actually on the Get Haunted Network live right now, courtesy of Courtney Peterson, Sarah, and Rob, the owners of the platform. So thank you so much for trusting in me and my creativity, my creative mind, and letting it just flow. Forever grateful. So J. Lou, jump over to YouTube. Jay Bly's here. What's up, Jay Bly, a friend of mine? I can't bring the things up to say hi to him, Phil, because like I said, they're on my personal Facebook. StreamYard doesn't allow that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yep. And Megan Lewis of Toast and Ghosts is here. What's happening? Hi. She had the hand, says, hi. Double creepy wave. Hi. You know what I mean? So Sketch is here. How you doing, buddy? How's your First Infantry leads the way? That's right. 11B. Yeah, Thursday night's going to be a big show, man. It's going to be popping. We're going to have a friggin' party here, and I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be no limits. We're just going to roll with it. It's going to start when it starts, going to end when it ends. That's the way it's going to be, man. However that works. I don't know. If you got to work Friday, ain't my problem. Quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have to work Friday, so.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure the other Rich doesn't work, so he's,
right.
He's always available, so.
He does other things.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Forget about it.
No, yeah.
I'm just...
yeah, he's in the mob.
Hey.
Imagine, like, of all the people that, like,
Rich.
Rich would be the last person you would suspect to be in the mob.
Oh yeah. He'd be called Richie the Cripple.
Yeah.
Hey, Richie walks sideways. Hey. Something like that. So Big Daddy Andy's here. What's up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. J. Lou was here. I had my show last week, Phil, and it was a colossal failure. It was funny because I haven't had too many catastrophes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you messaged me about it actually.
Oh yeah, right.
We were talking about it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I was freaking out, and then my computer goes boo, it just drops down. I'm like, watch it. And it was a slow like spin and drop.
Yeah.
And then I go to turn it back on, and it wouldn't take my password. I'm like, probably should have got a stronger VPN.
Yeah, right.
So I think somebody was trying to click me off the airwaves. Somebody's afraid of the heat that I'm bringing. That's all.
Yeah, trying to shut you down, trying to shut you up.
Yeah, you see how I stay at the screen though? I meant business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, watch out. We'll send Rich after you.
Yeah, Richie the Crip.
Yeah.
Full.
Yeah.
Where is he? He should be here tonight. I wanted separate in studios, but I'd love to see him on the side because I have to have him see my my name.
Oh yeah. You were saying before the show that when he came on last night, he had whatever tried to take your name or make it.
Called himself the Grandmaster of Banter. Watch this. I'm gonna text him right now. All right. Live
on air.
Yeah, this is what I do, man. This is stuff I do. It doesn't matter. If you put a microphone in front of me, I'm such an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna let my cat into my room because she's bugging me. Hold on.
Okay, that's weird. Gonna let his cat into his room. What's your cat's name?
All right.
What's your cat's name?
This particular one, Little Mama.
Little Mama.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's in the mafia too. Hey, Little Mama.
Yeah, right.
All right, so listen up, everybody. Check this out. So this is Phil with 2 L's, Phil Anderson, Exploring with Phil, of YouTube fame. I've told you guys about him. I've run the ticker across the screen, which I'm going to do right now. So that way you know where to go on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Where is it? I think my mouse needs batteries, and it's the worst thing when it stutters.
Yeah.
And you're over here panicking, trying to get to something. Like I was trying to come in live, and my mouse was going blip, 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 blip. And I'm like, no! The littlest thing can just throw the whole thing off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Technology.
So check it out. Not my cool thou master of banter, but below that, you point, Phil. Can you point?
Right down below.
Yeah, right. Check that out. Like and subscribe to Exploring with Phil. 2 L's. On YouTube and every other platform is the same exact name. The trailers are out right now. There's trailers airing right now on TikTok. Yep. And is it Instagram? All of them, right?
Yeah. Everything, yeah. YouTube, I have YouTube Shorts of them all.
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, they're on Facebook too.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much everywhere. There's 2 of them, and they're both
Mhm.
available right now.
Yep.
The
Awesome.
one literally just came out like a couple minutes ago.
Yep.
Probably.
Couple minutes ago, fresh
Yep.
off the press.
Yep. And not
What?
to give too away about that trailer, but basically it seems like someone was trying to threaten us that they were going to harm us someday.
Oh, yeah, I love how you edited out what I said afterwards.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We got to edit Richie out sometimes. He likes to argue with spirits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or just argue with himself, I think.
Yeah,
Rich,
no.
who are you talking to? He's like, I'm just like, all right.
I'm just talking to the others. Relax. Everybody stay calm. Everybody on my show knows about the others, Phil. You could say it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very open about the others. They're, sometimes they're soothing. Other times they get a little angry. But Courtney Peterson's here. She says, hi, my dude. She is the one I've reached out to on Get Haunted. She's like a program director for them and or whatever the label is. I don't know your label, but I'm just going to give you that label. Okay. So ask for a raise. So anyways, she just went back to the owners and said, hey, Richie B, you know how he's, got many issues. It's probably right around the time his meds wore off and he wants to go live on the air right now. You good? And because they don't have another show starting till 8, it worked out perfect because my slot used to be 7 on Tuesday anyways,
Cool.
Which it is not now. It is Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time, U.S. Standard Time, and you should never miss one of my shows. And if you did, then you're wrong, okay? And I want to say hi to a friend of mine right here, right now. Mr. Purple Blur is in the house. Hey, bro, where you been, man? I missed you. It's been a couple of shows. I haven't seen you, my man. Welcome back. And then there's my friend Dee Dee. Say hi to Dee Dee. Dee Dee's a dream interpreter.
Oh, very cool.
Yep, I would love to have her on my show. Actually, I've been meaning to reach out to her because I'd love to get her on the show and maybe interpret some dreams for people, like live on the air, right?
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. I think dreams are super fascinating.
They really are fascinating.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
They are. And it's funny because I told her, and I still haven't remembered a dream in well over it. It's okay. You can bring the kitty into the play.
Oh, she is being the worst right now. She just wants attention. That's what it is.
First of all, the kitty can come and go as the kitty pleases. It's little mama, right? Little mama.
Yep.
Yeah, little mama can do whatever she wants. You don't need to turn your eyes sideways and snap at her. Okay? Come on over, little mama. All right? Put a headset on her. All right?
Yeah, right. Mic her up. She'll be talking the whole time.
Absolutely. So little mama's here. And Dee Dee, if you could shoot me a messenger, let me know when you're available. I'll just make that happen for you because when I do with my schedule, it's hard for me. And Bobby Lee, just so everybody knows, Bobby Lee is moving to the West Coast.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's got a new job. It's a very, good job, very good job. And I'm happy for her, but as a family, we're hurting because we love her and my son is best friends with her son and it's very hard. So I've been hush about a lot of things. You know what I mean? I was kind of down for a little bit, but we had a nice sit down Monday night or Sunday night and went over the podcast. And, because I wanted to make sure it was going to be safe and secure because she's my producer and one that makes all this beautiful stuff that you see happen. And, I was a little fearful as to what was going to happen. It partly weighed into my decision to go Saturdays, not Tuesdays. You know what I mean? So, it means it's a lot because this is an investment of time, energy, and finances. And we're business partners too. So as a friend, I love her and I wish her nothing but the best and want her to be happy. You know what I mean? But as a business partner, I was a little pissed off.
Oh, of course. Yeah, well, because she's a vital part of what you're doing up until this point, her has been, so.
At 100%. And
so you feel like if you lose her, you're like, oh, what am I going to do without her? That
right.
kind of
the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Fear of the unknown.
I totally get that. And that can be a stressful situation for sure. And
it was. And we had a nice meeting and we had a nice talk and we spoke like business partners, you know what I mean? And then, afterwards we talked like family, where it was like, listen, we love you. And we're going to miss the hell out of you. And it sucks for us, you know what I mean? But we're happy for you, and we don't want to be selfish, you know what I mean? We want the best, but she's still going to be awesome. There is tons of, you look at all the people on, a lot of people on Get Haunted. You see Russ Stiver on Turn Pages on Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern time with Jenny Davis. They live 12 hours apart. She lives in the Midwest. He lives in Massachusetts. He's right in Edmonton. Sarah. Rob's in Pennsylvania. Sarah's in Michigan, and Rob does a lot of the production for their shows. So it's the internet. You can do whatever you want to do. It's just, so my point was, I have to schedule out like 3 or 4 weeks to give her time to settle in to jump back on, so that way she can make all the thumbnails beforehand. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So a lot to do is what I'm saying. Anyways,
it's just an adjustment. That's all. Just an adjustment.
It's an adjustment, and humans aren't very good with change, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We are overall creepers of habit.
Some people. No names, but some people.
Oh, that was an oopsie. Creatures of habit, some stronger than others, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, Dee Dee, if you give me your schedule, what I do is I usually leave my stuff open, because I get these crazy brain ideas like today when I'm texting you going, hey, can you go on live? And it's like 3 PM.
Yeah.
Because that's, with a creative mind, you know how it is. Sometimes it's just like Rain Man, right? Judge Wapner, 6 o'clock. I'm just like, Phil, 6:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. But thank you so much for jumping on with me, because I think it's important, because what we've done was a classic Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I have a feeling that's going to be in one of my promos coming up when Bobby Lee sees that. That's awesome. Creepers be creeping. Yeah, look at what I did.
That
Ernie,
they do.
Yeah, Ernie Pack's in the house. What's up, legend? Thanks for stopping by. And now I have to work during your new slot. I'm sorry, dude. Is that what's happening, bro? See, this is what happens. It affects change. Make sure you watch the replays, my man, and comment. I'll get them, and we'll still have a good time. Yes, it would be a blast on my show, Miss Dee Dee. My show is very fun. Not that anybody else's isn't. It's just mine's a little bit more loose than most. Okay, so. Except last night I was watching Compass of Curiosities, and if you haven't watched Compass of Curiosities on the Get Haunted Network, Russ Stiver and Jenny Davis, there was a few not so Freudian of slips last night. They were pretty direct and meant, and I said, "What the hell is this? My show?" There were some words I wouldn't allow on my show, and I was surprised, but it was fun, because that's how I operate. Let's see. Who's this? Just subscribe to your channel. There we go. Phil with 2 L's.
Thank you. That is correct. Yeah.
You see the shit I start?
Yeah.
I tell you, man. Rich hasn't gotten back to me. You know what that means, right? It's nap time.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he's probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Definitely sleeping.
Yeah.
Did he I don't know if last night what he told you or not, but he was telling me that when he was going over his footage, he got like a bunch of EVPs, just like kind of like what we did in my video. And I was like, that sounds about right.
He told me I got mocked.
You got mocked?
Yeah, something was mocking me, he said.
Interesting. Did he say whereabouts?
No, he didn't give me a lot of details, because I think we're holding that off for a different type of episode, because this little investigation, I mean, it's turned into a lot, right? So I told you some of the stuff that I got, and I haven't even been able to have the time to go back through that card. And that card I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 incidences between 11 and a half minutes into the investigation to 28 and a half minutes into the investigation. 11 legitimate things that I can present that happened, and that's only 28 minutes into a 3.5 hour card.
Yeah.
It was absolutely lit. I mean, completely nuts, and way more than I thought, because when we were there, we had things happen. There's no doubt there was activity.
Yeah.
And one of the things I brought up last night with Rich, and I'm going to throw it at you because you have a lot of experience in that sense. I think going through and listening with my headphones. Oh, by the way, if you're gonna watch the show Thursday night, which you should, 7 p.m. watch it. The premiere on Phil, Exploring with Phil, 2 L's, right? So you got to get over and like and subscribe. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on Instagram. You got to do all that stuff. Watch it at 7 p.m. and then jump on with us at 8 p.m. on my show, Banter with Richie B. Wojo, you're on my personal Facebook, and you know better. He said, "Hey, Phil," on my personal Facebook. Wojo on my personal Facebook. No, I can't see the personal Facebook comments. I am not on the Banter with Richie B Facebook right now. I chose to go on the Get Haunted Network to get the word out to the network as well of what's going on Thursday night. So Thursday night, thank you so much, first of all, to Rob, Sarah, and Stacey Towers for giving up his time and his hour for us to do our premiere on. And I can't thank you guys enough. You're not going to be disappointed. I've watched it. The trailers are out. You can watch little pieces of it. Anyways, what was I saying? Totally forgot. Oh, shit, I lost it. You do that often?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Don't
feel bad.
Dude,
yeah.
my brain goes crazy. Oh, there's Wojo. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Phil.
Hey, what up?
Christopher Erickson, what's happening? I got it.
Oh, the Huckama. It was because you asked Rich.
Remember I said about the tree knock I heard behind us that we didn't hear?
Yeah.
Because that is clear as day on my GoPro. Chris Erickson's in the house. What's up, dude? Like and subscribe to my YouTube and jump over and talk with us so I can see your comments on screen. The knock was over there. But what was in front of us, when you listen to it on headphones, that's what I was going to say. Wear headphones Thursday night.
Yep, absolutely.
If you want, it's like 3D glasses in the old 3D movies. You want headphones on for Thursday, 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. 7 p.m. on Phil, Exploring with Phil on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And then over here with me at the Banter with Richie B podcast, special exclusive show on Thursday night at 8 o'clock on the Get Haunted Network. You want to have headphones on. We're going to try to share the whole screen. So basically the goal is to take, and we'll still work on it, that's why I say the goal, that technology and put it here and then go right through the whole thing and go back and forth and listen to things, right? And present you guys with some evidence, things that you can hear. There was something thrown at us. You can hear it clearly going through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
There was something across the water. I was trying to relate to maybe like a Sasquatch, but then I got to thinking, and I had my headphones on during my review. It sounded small.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a tree knock behind us. That's evident. I don't care. That I can hear loud and clear. Do you think there's any chance of a Pukwudgie and a Sasquatch working together?
Anything's possible.
Is that mind blowing even?
Yeah, no, definitely. Or it's just. There's so many possibilities.
Rich,
it could be. What did Rich text you back?
He called me a fucker. He must have peeked in and saw the screen.
I could totally hear him saying it too.
I win. So you think awesome. Could there be a possibility of that?
I think it's possible. I think anything's possible. If it is a Pukwudgie, it could also be using all kinds of different things to try to think it's many different things.
Right.
Or trying to confuse you, or
right.
or just appearing how it wants to appear to you.
Yeah.
Or different to me, or to Rich, yeah, I don't know. I think what stands out to me the most about all the noises is in the moment, most of the noises sounded like wood noises,
right.
wood banging, wood falling, wood knocks, tree knocks, all that kind of stuff. Yep. I didn't hear any metal noises at all.
In that area?
No, not at all.
On Skill Mill Bridge, we heard the chains.
Yes, the chain. Yep.
You got listen. The chains, the sound of the chains are in the trailer right now on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
The Skim Milk Bridge investigation, separate from where we were talking about the possibility of Pukwudgies and knocks and things like that. You need to go check that out. That chain got me. You could hear that as plain as day.
Clear as day, and that's through the spirit box. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've gotten chains before like that. Like it sounded like someone was bound up with chains.
Yeah,
I got that at where is that town? Easton? Yeah, Easton, Norton or Easton. Wherever the legend of the imp and the lumber mill Nathan
Yeah,
Seeley and all that stuff.
that's Easton.
Easton. So that
Yeah,
is Easton. I just
yeah,
did a video there recently. I was like trying to
yeah. I did an
recollect.
investigation out behind that house.
Oh, interesting. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got chains there as well.
Oh,
And
I bet.
so the chains thing I think is interesting because right before that moment, you're getting like numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it
Right.
was like I don't, and then they said guards, and then we hear the chain. So
Yeah.
that sounds like to me like someone's
Someone
a
went across that.
prisoner.
Someone
Yep.
went across that bridge, I think, because when you hear the change, you can almost like it's going off a stone.
Yeah.
That's why
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm on the
Definitely.
bridge. And if you think about it and what you're saying, well, you're putting that together like that. The gods, 24 to
Hmm.
27. And then
Yeah.
I said something about 20. They said 20. And you hear
Yeah.
the chains. And it's absolutely not. Real quick, I just want to. Wojo says he loves your work.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you. Thank you.
Leanne Eskew, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hello, how are you? Rich chimed in with dude, the EVP I got before we went to Skim Milk Bridge is really crazy. That's from the
Oh, interesting.
non-grandmaster of banter.
Interesting.
Yep, so that was cool. And then over here, I got Marcy Souza, my old childhood friend. How are you, Marcy? If you're still there, sorry I was delayed. And Scotty Demers, what's up, my brother down in Florida? You guys can like and subscribe to my YouTube page. That would help me out. And you could jump over and comment on my personal Facebook. I cannot see the comments except on my phone. I can't put them up on the screen, for instance, like that. So if you want to like and subscribe, you sure can. What's up, Yellow Camper? How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you, my brother. Thank you for always popping in. Now it's good to see you always on my podcast. I'm here with Phil Anderson from Exploring with Phil with 2 L's. We did a collaboration between me, him, and Shadowside Paranormal Research Society. Too many words. You could see Rich right here. This gentleman here. Actually, I got his banner. I'll put up for him too while we're here hanging out. And and we got a lot of stuff. We have a lot of evidence that we collected, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, right there, Shadowside Paranormal Research Society on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to that. These are boots on the ground dudes, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a boots on the ground guy when I go out looking for Sasquatch. These guys are boots on the ground when they, whatever they might do, because they're open to all of it, cryptids and paranormal and folklore and stuff like that. And cryptids could be puckwudgie, Sasquatch, so on and so forth, right? Other things, right? So Phil has a tremendous amount of knowledge and a tremendous amount of evidence that he's collected over the years. And when I saw his work, I jumped all over it like, dude, you got to come on my show. And he did. We had a great episode. We did an investigation together. And then when I was driving home, he was in front of me. Come to find out, a long story short, Phil lives like 7 houses down from me on the same street. And I was like,
Literally, yeah.
I pull up next to him after the investigation, like, hey, guy. He's like,
Yeah, he's like, where do you live?
And he goes, right there. And I'm like, bro, I live right down there on the left. And we were just like, it was funny as hell. And no coincidences. You meet people for purposes in life, whether you like to believe that or not. And Phil's a good dude, and I'm glad to have him here. Let's see. I watched the Saturday show. When did you watch the Saturday? Did you watch it on a Monday or did you watch it live? The one when I had a colossal failure in technology? Yes. Thank you for that. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the thumbnail right now. Hang on. All right. Obviously, I'm going to be in New Hampshire. Live. Oh, yeah, that was a mess. But thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So this is the kick-ass thumbnail that Bobby Lee made up. The new investigation premieres at 7 p.m., as you can see on the left. You follow the little arrow over to Banter with Richie B. You see discussion and review. All right. And we will have Rich here with Shadowside Paranormal. Now, mind you, this is what Phil's collected through this investigation. And I don't think it's all of it, right, Phil?
No, it is. Yep. It's all of it.
You got every bit of it in there. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yep.
So I still have some card to go over. Rich from Shadowside still has some card to go over. And we're going to try to collab again just with the evidence and have a follow-up to that episode in the next month and a half or so. So pay attention. Yeah, pay attention to this investigation because it tells a story, for one, I believe, like you just brought up about the chains, right? There's stories to be told in there. There's things, like I said, you can literally hear something physical coming through the woods getting thrown at us. I have a tree knock myself on mine. There's a clear voice of a apparition or a soul. Say it was a woman, right?
Yeah, definitely a woman.
See, when
Yeah.
I first heard it, when I heard it sound like a guy on mine. Now,
Oh, interesting.
I would like to compare them and see if there was two voices actually. Now that I think about it,
well,
right?
yes, not to give too much away, but there was
Okay.
two voices before that moment.
Okay. All right.
That we didn't hear
Right.
live, but there were a couple EVPs before that, before we hear the actual disembodied voice where I actually hear it and respond to it.
And I gotta say, man, and I said it to Rich too last night. I mentioned it too. You heard that voice like it was a person in the room with you. You were like, "Did you hear that? Hey, who's there?" Whatever you said, right? And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking over there like, what? I didn't hear nothing, man. And my ears are like pink, you know. Someone was talking to you, bro.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I told you I got it. Remember, I called you or whatever. I'm like, I got that voice. Like, I could not believe it, dude. It's mind blowing.
That is and kudos for you for looking it up so fast. Because then I was like, well, now I have to see if I got it. Then if because you were, I don't know, 5 feet away from me, maybe.
I wasn't that far, bro.
No, not far at all. Not far at
Right.
all. And so
Right.
that is such an interesting capture because you got it on your phone. I barely got it on my phone, and I got it louder on the iPad, which is like at your feet.
Yeah, it was right.
You know what I mean?
Me.
So it was definitely closer to where you were than my direction. But I mean, it did sound like it was in the swamp. Like that's where it sounded like it came from.
Yeah, it was a little bit off to your right diagonally, correct?
Yes.
That's what I generally see. This is what we're gonna do on Thursday night, and it's okay. We're doing a little bit right now to give you a review of the review to tell you, hey, we're gonna talk like this, we're gonna discuss this, we're gonna tell you the whole story. And it's it's fun. You know, this is fun stuff. This is what you do to take a time out in life. You come here at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock on Thursday, then 8 o'clock. This is like something fun to do. If you have friends or whatever, have them jump on and watch with you. Have fun with this because this is fun stuff and it's interesting stuff because it's realizing that sometimes life isn't what it appears to be. You know what I mean? And here we have 3 different angles of this. And to me, it's mind-blowing. I mean, I've been on a lot of investigations. I've looked for Sasquatch many times. I've done 10 years of paranormal investigations with family. This is something that when I'm just hearing just the trailers, because I haven't even heard the whole thing. I'm not allowed to yet. Phil's very cool about keeping this stuff on, under wraps. So I'm excited about it. So Phil with 2 L's. I can't wait for you to hear the evidence I got. This is Rich.
I cannot wait either because I'm sure he got a bunch of EVPs.
He has set up something with somebody that has property that abuts the area, and he wants to know if we wanted to go out Friday the 26th. I'm going to try to make it happen.
I'm pretty sure I don't think I'm doing anything, but yeah, I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I'd be free.
But us 3 are electric, man. You guys better clear your little SD cards because this is, I mean, to get what we got, I mean, that says a lot. If you go out there alone, I feel it would be different. I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I feel it would be. I mean, is this a lot of evidence compared to what you normally get? How do you be honest?
See, the Huckamuck is so, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
On average, it's definitely more EVPs than average. For sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every time I go to the Huckamuck, I definitely get at least 1 or 2 EVPs at least.
Right.
But like the Huckamuck is so weird. It's like almost every time you go out, something happens when you go to the Huckamuck for sure. But this video particularly has a ton of EVPs. Just within the first 5 minutes of this video, there's at least 4 or 5 EVPs within the first 5 minutes, and that's just us hanging out in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's
just
great.
To give you a general idea how this video is, and
Yeah.
that's not even getting into like the like weird stuff we're talking about, the noises and all that stuff, and the other EVPs and the other things that I didn't put in the trailers because there's a lot of EVPs, better EVPs that are in the trailer that I just didn't put in because they didn't visually look good. Just because a lot of them, some of them, the best EVPs we got were on the iPad, which was like on the ground there's no footage for it, so I have to use and sometimes there isn't footage for it because it's maybe in between. Like one particularly is like in between us filming, so there's no footage for it. It's just an audio version, so then I have to put it on the black screen, and it just doesn't look good on a trailer. But you know, we got some awesome EVPs, and I really tried to just edit this down to like the best moments and evidence only. Oh, dude, and not only that, I'm glad I'm thinking about it. The REM pod activity, which didn't even make the trailer,
Right.
didn't
Right.
even make the trailer. So there's so much to get into. So
Well, I
let's
talked
just.
to
Did you
that.
talk to Rich about the REM pod?
I did. I did talk to him last night. He was
Yeah.
saying every time you said something, this would happen, type of
Yes,
thing.
yeah, and it would kick up, and then at the first power station we had underneath the power station the whole time, didn't make a noise, didn't do
Nothing.
anything.
Yep.
We go to a down, like I don't know what, 4 poles down into another hotspot, and then
Yep.
all of a sudden it's going off like crazy. It's changing lights. I
Yep.
ask it to change the lights. It changed back and forth between 2 different colors, like at least 3 or 4 times on command.
It was going nuts.
Going absolutely nuts. It was crazy. And then boom, done.
Yeah,
Silent.
right. Yep.
And then it didn't make another peep at all. And so
Now
it's just like
that was
bizarre.
the area that Rich had to sit down, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the area with the EV. We heard the voice.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of stuff out that way too.
Yeah, there was something heavy over there. I think it was kind of telling Richie to take a seat. That boy's sensitive and way too open, man. I worry about that guy. We're worried about you, Grandmaster Queen.
Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna like that.
That's all right.
No, that's funny.
He'll just tell me to F off. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. You know what I mean? It's all in good fun.
For sure.
That's the other thing about this. It's like, and I just emphasized it a few minutes ago. You know, this is fun. This is fun stuff. When you hear this stuff, it's exhilarating. You know what I mean? When you're there and you realize you were part of a person that created this stuff, it's so much fun. For me, it's so therapeutic. And I've spoken of it many times. And my son Jack's birthday's coming up. He would have been 2 years old on the 24th. And for me to do what I do, I do this because of him. You know, he kind of pushed me to this, to where I could have that therapy, to where, that life-altering moment where you want to follow your passion, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened to me. And after losing my son and having a lot of reflection and a lot of meditation, a lot of tears, I'm going to do my podcast. I've always wanted to do my podcast. I'm going to do my damn podcast. And that's what I've done. And I followed my passions. And all of a sudden, I have this whole new world that I've opened up with you in it, with Rich in it, with the Get Haunted Network and all the people involved, Russ Stiver and, Courtney Peterson, Sarah, Rob. The list goes on and on and on. Great people, Matt Warner Productions, Ian Murphy. I have a whole new different section of my life that's been created from my passion that moment in time gave me and pushed me towards. There's no coincidences, to why I'm here. And my point being is that now I get to enjoy it and I get to have fun with this and I get to laugh again. And I'm not just stuck in this proverbial rut of pain and hurt, like I was on the ladder at work yesterday and I had a Jack moment, and that's what I call them. And to the point where I'm on a ladder 30 feet up. I'm working and I kind of froze and leaned over the ladder to get closer to the house because I knew I was having a moment. And I cried. I did. I cried at the top of a ladder. I missed my son. And that's what happens. And it's part of the grieving process. But this here has been so opening for me. My soul is like so refreshed, and, holding, of course, my little baby Josh, who came after Jack, helps it as well, and my awesome family. But to have that moment in time and then to be here and be like, man, I'm just enjoying this. Like, this is just fun. Like, it's funny to get to meet one of my neighbors, not in the neighborhood. I met him at the Hockomock Swamp and then followed him back to neighborhood like a weirdo.
Yeah.
So, like that shit, that is funny.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen without that passion push, I guess I'll call it, right?
Yeah.
Go
absolutely.
follow your passions. If you've been saying something over and over in your head for a long time that you were going to do it and you haven't done it, don't cheat yourself, man. I'm here to tell you, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me is my podcast. I love it, man. I love hanging out with you guys. So you have tons of evidence on this. Do you, without telling, is there one thing that sticks out to you that you never put in the trailer that you're keeping a secret? and that you're wicked excited about. Hey, Chrissy Williamson, what's happening?
Man, that's a great question. That's like
Thank you,
not in the
Scotty.
trailer.
Yeah, in your head. What stands
pro-
out that you're keeping a secret from us, Phil, with 2 L's? Tell the truth.
Probably one of the EVPs. I don't
Yeah.
know which one. There's one of the ones in the parking lot. It's just too unclear to make out what it's saying, but it's like 3 or 4 words.
Well, there's one in the trailer that says "Get out."
Yes.
And it's funny because we had just arrived.
Yeah.
And we just stepped over the line out of the parking lot,
literally into the woods.
Towards that path that we were discussing about going up.
Yep.
And that dude says, "Get out."
Mm-hmm.
It says "Get out." Folks, it says "Get out." That's what it says. Look at the trailer. It's on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Phil, Exploring with Phil. Check it out. You can see it. Chrissy Williamson, I see you over there on Facebook. Like and subscribe to my YouTube. Same with you, Scott. Like and subscribe to my YouTube. Do it now. Do it now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch the click. And if it doesn't go up in 20 minutes, I'm going to send Richie the Cripple over to you.
I would say there's one EVP that before we walk into the power lines area, right? Like we're kind of in the first little place that we stopped before we kind of went in. I was talking about like this is the area where I get a lot of EVPs of women and stuff like that. We're talking about that. Yeah. And there's a couple EVPs actually in the trailer from that spot. But there's another EVP in that spot that didn't make the trailer, but it was on the iPad only, and that's why it didn't make it, just because it's not visually appealing. But it says powerful as this, and then this is like really drawn out, like powerful as this. Oh, like that kind of yeah. Nice. So that's interesting. So that's one of my favorite EVPs of the investigation. But as far as a favorite moment, I mean, that REM pod going back and forth on command is awesome, just because I asked it to do something and it did it immediately. That's always awesome.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's
I will to leave it off with one final moment. I'll go all the way back to the beginning of the video. So as I'm introducing the video, I'm introducing you, and then I'm basically like, oh, by the time you guys are watching this video, I would have already been on Rich's podcast, right? So I say that. I don't know if you remember me saying that. So in the intro, I say that. We get a word bank response that we're kind of talking over it and laughing and talking over it, so we don't really hear it. Word bank response was predict. Which I think is interesting because it was a prediction, because I hadn't been on your show yet, but I was going to be on your show by the time it was out. You know what I'm saying? So it was like
Like
it was literally Then it was literally just kind of go along with what.
I think it's funny because a lot of that stuff is tied in, and like that's what I'm trying to say. It tells a story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's telling a story. Look at, I'm getting a phone call. Like,
it's probably necessary? Rich.
Is that necessary?
He's like, take down that name.
I thought I had my volume off. Did I have my volume off, people? You saw me turn my volume off, and I hung up on them. Sorry about that. I'm very important. I don't know if you know that. Probably somebody wanted money. I'm broke. Leave me alone. I'm just kidding. I'm very popular amongst the utility company and the mortgage company. No, I think it's great because a lot of this stuff kind of connects into different little stories, right?
Yeah.
And it breaks off to little stories. And the one area that is, for me, I felt a lot of passion in was at Skim Milk Bridge with Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you understand, if you guys read the story about Skim Milk Bridge in the Bridgewater Triangle, just Google it. It'll pop right up. And there was a young girl named Evelyn that was believed to be found in the area of the bridge. Although there is some debate in that.
Mm-hmm. There is,
where she was found.
Where she was found. Yep.
Right, but it has something to do with Skim Milk Bridge because it's been mentioned. I don't know, 50 years now, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But so, anyways, if you look that up, there is controversy where her body was found. Either way, she's connected to the Skim Milk Bridge. She knows it clearly. I felt connection there. It was an interesting part of that investigation that I felt connected, and it was weird. Excuse me. When you listen back to it, did you hear all the Spanish languages, the speaking Spanish and all that?
Yeah, a little bit in the spirit box. You mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we were getting it like every other sentence at one point. Remember, I go,
yeah, it
"What is
was
all this Spanish speaking?"
yeah, it was like the first maybe the first once or twice, like maybe the first or 2 questions or whatever, and then after that, it kinda flattened out, and
Yeah,
then, it kinda, like, went away. It was kinda
is
weird.
yeah, is there any association that you know of through the history of the place with Spanish?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of at all.
'Cause we didn't
Um,
hear anything on the other at the other places, there was no Spanish speaking, anything.
mm-mm,
And
mm-mm.
I even looked at you and said, "Is that Spanish?" Remember I
Yeah,
said that?
it was definitely strange, yeah, there was I mean, anytime that I do think there's a different language in there and I think it's a response, I'll usually try to put it in there.
Yeah, right.
Even if I don't know what it is, I'll just say
Mm.
unknown language or,
Right.
or like
Gotcha.
possible Wampanoag or something like that, just because I'm like, it's a response. I don't know what they're saying, but it's
Right.
something.
Right.
Because it was definitely strange. I don't know if it's just happenstance or something bigger, but definitely interesting. I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see next time I go if I get any of this next time or not at all. So I don't know.
Well, that's a good point.
You know.
Maybe you could find a Spanish sentence you could speak
Mm,
and see if you get a response back that way too.
yeah, right. And see if
Because
there's some. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, you
they
never
were
know.
very, very adamant in with Spanish something. I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Were they clear enough in order to maybe to interpret what they were saying?
I'm not so sure. I don't know. I could, I don't know Spanish at all.
Well, neither do
So
I, but I'm thinking, can you hear it clear enough to where you could write it down or
possibly. I'm trying to remember.
and then try to repeat it?
If there is any in there that I thought was a response, it would be in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like
I'd be
if it's
interested,
not, then I might have cut it out. But if I thought it was a response, then I put it in there.
right? This is my
So
friend Ron. Hello, Ronald. How is Florida treating you today? Bring a metal detector, which I have right next to me, which I cried about for years, which I got for Christmas, which I never have used. So maybe that's a good opportunity to do so. I don't know if there's murder weapons involved. It was more like a drowning. But I
correct.
bet you
Yeah.
if you bring a metal detector, you'd find a lot of stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff. So and there was another incident too. And again, not to give a lot. I don't have to say that because there's so much shit in this. It's like crazy. The evidence. It's
We
crazy.
you want to talk about the beavers?
Oh, the beavers freaked us out.
Dude, over everywhere over the Skim Milk Bridge area, there's beavers everywhere,
Did
splashing in down into the water, running away, chopping
trees?
down trees.
Yeah, big trees.
Big trees. Yeah, I did keep that in the video. It's like one of the last very things in the video is that tree that we found.
Yeah, that I mean
Um,
they were
yeah,
crazy. And didn't I get some
yeah.
activity over there too, by the way? Remember I was down and I kind of followed the noise, I like scuffling.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I didn't see my camera, my phone was dying, so I didn't get any of that stuff. So Rich would
Right,
have that. But
right.
I do remember that. We did have some stuff down. Now you're talking near like where I had my angel encounter, right?
Correct. Yeah, the angel encounter.
Yeah, yep.
That's awesome. Tell everybody about the angel encounter again, if you don't mind. I'm sure you've told the story 1,000 times, but it's so
Yeah.
intriguing to me that when I was standing in the place where you had it, it was pretty mind blowing. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, so basically what happened was in the moment I didn't hear anything at all. So I'm just walking down the pathway. Um, I'm kind of just doing my thing. I don't really hear anything. I get to a spot where I kind of just stop and I'm like looking at the swamp. I look at it for a moment and I just continue on walking. Now I go back and I get home, reviewing the footage. I'm listening to it and I'm like, I start hearing some sort of like music or like harps in the background. And
Mm,
I'm like, oh, that's kind of strange. And this is me reviewing it. And so I'm listening. And then I'm like, oh, I think that's a voice right there. And then the music kind of like fades out. The wind kind of picks up and kind of matches the same sound as the music and then kind of fades out altogether as I kind of walk down the pathway.
mm,
And so I'm listening to the voice over and over. And then I'm like, oh, and so it basically says peace is what the voice says. So it's
mm,
like harps playing music. The voice says peace.
mm.
And what's weird about the voice saying peace is it's when it said it, and it echoed as if it was said in a large church or a large amphitheater or I don't know, some place where your voice would echo
Yes.
very, very loudly. And
Yes.
so that's exactly it's weird because when you hear it, it's not loud necessarily, but you can hear that echo,
Yeah.
which is a very strange phenomenon.
Yeah. Very
So yeah, absolutely. So that's what I caught on audio. And so then leaving the location,
physically. or
Yeah,
on the headphones?
physically
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah.
I had the spirit box running. I do that sometimes. I'll just have it on as I'm like walking around. And so out of nowhere, I can't remember if I asked a question or not, or if it was just unprovoked. I think I don't remember, but either way, it said, I think I asked if they wanted prayer. That might have been where this started from, when I'm walking down the path. And so it said, save you, son, or something like that.
Wow.
In the spirit box, like save you, son. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And so then a little bit further along, this is where it gets really weird. I don't know if this is an angel part or what this part was. It's just kind of strange and very unprovoked. I get in the spirit box, be careful, and then followed by the name of a dead relative that had died like 10 years prior to
Of
this.
your relative?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Which is very, very strange. And so I heard it immediately, and I'm like, okay, that's
Interesting.
yeah, interesting. So I didn't ask any further questions after that. I was like, all right, well, that's very strange. So I don't know what to make of the last bit, but definitely the other part was definitely an angel. I thought it was an angel encounter. I thought of it as like a positive thing, kind of like looking out for me, protecting me, kind of a deal.
Yeah, no, I think exactly. Yeah, I'd say he or she, I don't know, telling you to be careful. I think that's amazing, man. And it's funny now that you mentioned that. There's a lot of that stuff associated with this. I mean, if you are out there doing these things, you can encounter your own loved ones. It does happen. It's not like it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And it's pretty profound when it does, and when you can put those pieces together. I got what's this? Yes, Ron. Things are actually tied to a lot of objects. Go on the Get Haunted Network and watch those podcasts, and you will see some objects that they present that do have attachments. They're pretty nuts. They work for the Sasquatch. Oh, that was a little while ago. What is that? Who works for the Sasquatch? If you don't mind, Purple Blur. Sorry, I missed that. How tall was the angel? Did you physically see an angel?
I did not see anything.
Right. You put it together in that sense, in the angel moment. Gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't see anything didn't see anything at all.
Yep. Grandmaster Queen says, I'm about to start the Skim Milk Bridge video. I can't wait.
Nice.
Yay. Right? I can't wait, bro. Oh, you know what? Oh, the beavers. Oh, that's an interesting theory.
That is interesting. I gotta unlock my front door real quick. 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. Phil's leaving, everybody. But I think that's an interesting theory, Purple Blur. The beavers, I think they all work together. To be honest with you, like I've seen different types of animals, and we were just discussing the Pukwudgies possibly working with them too. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that.
No sorries, man. So just put your headphones on straight, please. It's good for the visual.
Yeah, right.
No, I think that's an interesting theory, and we were just discussing the Pukwudgie theory as well. So I think when we get with my card and you hear what I heard, and knowing as much as I know too about dealing with Sasquatch and things like that, the sound was different. When I was there, it could be placed as something like that, but when you hear it in the headphones, it sounds smaller.
Yeah. Like I said, all the sound, most of the sounds I captured were mostly metal sounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up, Sean Hailstone? Sorry, buddy, I didn't see you there. Welcome to our live update about our big Thursday premiere at 7 p.m. on Exploring with Phil on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, all the same name. Phil has got 2 L's in his name. Don't forget that. So Exploring with Phil. Got it? I wasn't making fun. I was just trying to explain to the masses. Okay, Phil?
No, you're good.
Okay, just checking. Because we know how Rich gets very sensitive.
Yeah.
So in case you wonder what the hell's going on, I'm going to bust this back up on stage. I'm going to Purple, my friend, Shadowside Paranormal Research Society. Make sure you like and subscribe to his YouTube because he agrees with you. And that is good enough for a like and a subscribe, I think. Thank you.
Definitely.
So again, everybody that watched last night's update, you saw Rich that was here. He was part of this investigation. It was me, him, and Phil. It's Thursday night at 7 p.m. Go over to Phil, Exploring with Phil, and check out his premiere of this investigation. And while you're there, you'll understand why he has this up on his social media, right? because he has a ton of investigations. Why? Because he explores and then he shares it with you. Okay. He even does food tasting from all over the country.
Yeah.
What does it say? Tasting.
Phil tries things.
Phil tries things. And I got to be honest, me and Jess were laughing at it one night. I think it was the strawberry shortcake or something.
Oh yeah.
The chips.
The chips. Yep.
Yeah,
the Lay's chips.
Were they pancakes?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, IHOP, Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity or whatever with bacon.
Yeah. and you were like chewing the chip and you're like, yep, totally taste the bacon.
Yeah.
but mostly maple syrup.
Yeah.
There's definitely some strawberry there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck is going on? I love it. It's good stuff. You're having fun.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and having fun. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You're having fun. Purple Blur is on it. He's headed your way, Rich. Don't disappoint him. Put something up quick that's interesting. Like a picture of me. So 7 p.m. you're gonna go over to Phil. You're gonna watch that premiere. You're gonna come back over here and you're gonna hang with me, hang with Phil, hang with Rich, the 3 investigators, and discuss it and have great conversation and dialogue. And we're gonna enjoy the hell out of ourselves. We're gonna hang out and have fun, man. And we're gonna laugh and we're gonna tell stories, and you guys can partake in it. You can ask a question on the side. You can click a link and come in and ask a question. I do not care how we do it. I like to have fun with everybody. Oh, that will scare people off. Oh, Rich has got jokes. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Referring to a pic of me.
Oh.
Yes, it usually does. Thank you, Richard. So me and Rich have been on this kick of like just beating the hell out of each other verbally. It's fun. But
I can't tell.
But hey, having fun, man. That's the whole.
Yeah.
It's like when I tell people, you go out and you do research, and the Bigfoot community is huge for this. They love shitting on techniques.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know so much about the paranormal world, because for me, when someone says anything about the paranormal world, I'm like, there's like 50,000 different ways to investigate a paranormal site, right? As I say that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
You got a REM pod, you got a EVP recorder or whatever, digital recorder. You got your K2 meters, you got your REM pods, you got your teddy bears that light up, the cat balls that light up. You could do all kinds of things. So to make fun of anybody that tries something, that maybe you don't agree with or you haven't tried before is kind of stupid, because all you're doing is hurting the research. But the Bigfoot stuff is huge, because like I'm not, because I believe in structures, right? So when I see a stick that goes, between 2 little twigs and it's like this much room, but there's a stick curving left through it, when the stick started over here and it bends right through those 2 little pieces over here, I don't believe that's magic whirlwind. Doesn't make me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open-minded and I'm willing to turn over any rock, any stone, any log to find out any kind of research I can and possible facts on a creature. And not only that, when we, do eventually discover Sasquatch, we're going to have documented things of what he does. You look at Jane Goodall, she sat down with all these primates, right? The great apes and everything, right? And watched their behaviors and watched the things that they do. Well, some of her research pertains to what I'm looking at. They do have history of making things in the woods. Primates do. They make nests and they lay in them. They make a bed. They put down bedding on the ground and lay in them. That was through observation. Well, I don't know how much chance we're going to have to observe, something bigger than a great ape with who knows what type of demeanor, you know what I mean? And sit there and stare at him. All right, Rich, stop calling Phil, please. He's in the middle of an interview. Thanks. I see my niece over on Facebook. You can go over to YouTube, Heather. I could see your comments on that, but you could do anything you want because you're my niece. Love you. Give Dusty a hug for me, man. He looked great in his glasses the other day. There's ways of doing things, you know what I mean? But the main thing we must not do, well, just be a good human, not an asshole anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't put somebody down if they put the boots on and they hit the dirt and they're going to find something out. What do I care? There's people out there that take pictures that I don't agree with, you know what I mean? But I'm not like, oh, stupid, like you see on the internet. Hey, nice try. You're out there working, man. Much respect, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
What's so friggin' hard about that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I pull up to you for the first time. You got a freaking iPad. You got a phone with a big fuzzy, whatever that speaker thing is, the microphone you had on it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Rich is over here with a 1986 selfie stick, right? With his phone on it, right? Right. But I
Yep.
bet you he got some cool shit by putting it up in the air and looking around. And there was a few incidences I was like, can you see anything with that? Right.
Yep. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but first impression, you're like, what the hell's that for? Well, guess what? It came in handy.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
right. So prime example, don't shit on people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Jane Goodall was on. She met with Maya there, the other primatologist is the word. Oh wait, I got to put up this one. Richie is a great guy. Now you guys all know the truth about me.
Yep.
The secret is out.
That's right.
I'm a great guy, and too bad if you don't like it. All right. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
Sometimes after a long day's work and you jump on to do a podcast, you
That's right.
You just say shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Phil, tell everybody. We'll do a few more minutes and then we'll jump off. But because I got some Fortnite to play, I got to go murk a 10-year-old with a sniper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's vacation.
Yeah.
Those 10-year-olds are way better than me, though. Just let's be honest. All right. I get murked a lot. Hi, Mary Newbert. I see you. Are you on my YouTube yet? Why aren't you over on my YouTube so I can see you commenting and putting up your comments? Oh, here we go. Here's a comment. Most people like to be an asshole. So much harder to be a good person and support other people's ideas, but it is more rewarding. You're right. That's a good way to look at it, my man. Don't make me tell the truth about you. Well, all right. So what Kevin is referring to is I was a 14-year-old homeless kid who used to like to drink a lot, and I would try anything if you handed it to me, whether it was a pill or a joint. Okay. And I wasn't always the nicest fella. And I didn't mind, slapping someone who needed it. Let's put it that way. I don't condone violence. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's what he's referring to. But it's September 21st, 1997. I got clean and sober. And it's been that way ever since. So now, as Rich says, I'm a great guy. See? See?
Turn his life around.
It tells a story, doesn't it? Right?
Yep, that's right.
You got a chance to turn your life around. You don't have to walk through life being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So tell everybody, though, like I've said 10 times on here, but coming from you, how do we look at all your work? Where do we find your work, Phil?
You can find me at Exploring with Phil. That's Phil with 2 L's. Whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or now called X, wherever you guys are on social media, that's where I am as well. So please come follow me. Check out my videos. I do weekly videos, 7 p.m. every single Thursday, minus 1 week out of the month. So yeah, that's basically about it. I do exploring videos. I do Bridgewater Triangle, paranormal investigations, a little bit of food stuff. And then anything else that really interests me, really.
Well, the food stuff is really what's pretty. What's the most interesting food that you've tasted? What? Oh, wait. What's now you do stuff from all around the world, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What's the best international snack you've tried? Thank you, Kevin.
Best international snack I've tried. Believe it or not, it's got to be from England, and it's called a Star Bar. It's made by Cadbury. It's like a chocolate bar. Has chocolate on the outside, peanut butter in the inside, caramel on the inside. Caramel, peanut butter, chocolate. Is that it?
Is it marshmallow?
No, I think that's it. I think it's pretty basic. Just caramel, chocolate, peanut butter, maybe nougat as well. Maybe some nougat or something in there.
I saw you eat it. I saw you eat it.
The Star Bar?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mama.
There she is.
Hi, little Mama. How are you? Oh, she's chewing you a new one.
Oh yeah, should not be happy.
Don't you pick me up? I am not dressed for this, Philip.
Yeah.
Little Mama's letting you have it, bro.
Oh
so
yeah, dude.
It's called a Star Bar. Now, where do you get this stuff? Do you order it off Amazon and have it delivered?
Yeah, there's a couple websites you can go to that does specifically like international snacks. They can be kind of pricey. So there is like if you go to like Five Below does have some international snacks as far as like some Japanese stuff that's like a little bit on the cheaper side if you want to try like some of the Japanese sodas and stuff like that. You can get that kind of stuff there.
Now,
Um,
what was the soda thing you tried? You had to put something in to add the fizz to it.
oh, to like pop it. Yeah, yeah, that's the Japanese one. Yeah, yeah,
What,
yeah. So
what,
it's just a funky way to open it.
oh,
So
Bree's here. Hi, Bree. She
it
says
has like
Star
the
bars. Wait.
art
Star
heart.
bars are hot. I think that means good.
Yeah, they really are good. They really are good. Highly recommend the Star Bar. That's my favorite Cadbury candy, I think.
Really? So
Mm.
about, I'm sorry, about the drink. So do you remember the name of it?
Oh man, I do not. I do not.
But what?
It's a Japanese name, so it's definitely like strawberry soda though.
Okay, so it's like a
I could.
strawberry soda.
Yeah. Yep.
If you have a world market, you can get a lot of imports there.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
There are a few. There's one in Fall River, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
Mm-hmm.
was telling me a nice one somewhere else. I just don't remember where it was.
Oh yeah, you know what? There is one. Oh my God. I thought there was something like that in Hanover, but it's a nutrition place. But they have stuff from all over the world as well. But there is one. Oh my God, it's driving me nuts. I can see the store. You ever do that? You can see
Mm-hmm.
Weymouth on 58.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's up before the hospital, right after the Abington line.
Yep.
On the right hand side. It's a big plaza. There's a storage place before it. I believe it's Brazilian mainly, but there's all kinds of things in there, and it's like a huge supermarket. You should
Oh,
go.
cool.
You should go in there if you're in the area for work or something.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely have to check it out.
Oh, what's this?
That's it.
Oh, Purple Blur. All right, so I got two guests. I don't know if you remember them, Purple Blur and Claude, 1789 on my show, and they're brilliant. They know all kinds of things, dude.
Yep.
All kinds of things. Like Claude will come in and be like, "What is the dimensional?" And you're like, it kind of makes your head pop.
Yeah.
But then gets you thinking like, "Oh shit, that's a great question." I'm drinking blueberry lemonade. It's pretty good. There's no such thing. It's either blueberry or lemonade, or it's blueberry and lemonade.
Sounds good.
It can't. No, wait. It can't. No, Phil. it can't be a blueberry lemonade. Okay. It's a purple. It's a purple blueberry. How's that?
Yeah.
Look at that Purple Blur. Hey, listen, that's a copyright, bro. If you start that up, I'm in. You know what I mean? Wojo, someone said hi to you. Don't be rude. I'm drinking I'm drinking blueberry lemonade. I see that all the time. It's just not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, check it out. By the way, right? With these look at the new banner for the merch.
Oh, nice.
Yep. There's no /shop. It's just banter with RichieB.com.
Nice.
And the merch is on there. We have a whole new merch set up, a whole new merch store set up. It's a whole new way to go in. We have a new promo, and there's our model. That's our model for our merch. It's Wojo, the model. You can see he's been working out, looking good, right? Right? Check it out, Bree. You like that, Bree? Huh? Wow, it looks so skinny. Yeah, I know. We did a little bit of editing, but yeah, we dropped you 30 pounds. All right. You look like you've been in the gym. You're doing great, kid. Keep it up. That's awesome. No, I think Bobby Lee made that up. I sent that over to Wojo today. So yeah, that's the shop. It's Banter with Richie B. Buy the merch because Wojo said so, and he's been going to the gym. You don't want him to come slap you. It's going to hurt. You know what I mean? Thanks for that crazy mirror. You're welcome. We got you, boo. I think there's a world market in Worcester as well.
Oh, cool.
Kevin says.
Awesome.
A lot of good advice right here. So
yeah,
listen,
I love it.
What's it called? Trying things with Phil tries things?
Yeah, Phil tries things. Yep.
Dude, I love your mind. It's brilliant, man.
Thank you.
It's been such an honor to hang out with you and get to know you more and now collaborate with you. And I got to be honest with you, you're a pretty subdued guy, right? And I've never seen you so excited before. You have been generally like texting me like, dude, like you're excited about this.
Yeah, no, this one's going to be a good one.
And your passion is amazing and it shines through. And I even said to Jess the other day, I was like, man, Phil's like pumped about this. I can't, like I've seen you do a lot of things as far as your work goes too. Never so much. I'm not going to pretend like I have on the inside scoop or something, but I'm just saying, generally you seem a little bit more fired up than I've seen you since I've known you the short time. Love the beard too, Phil.
Thank you.
Well, Joe, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Did someone else say that they love my beard?
Yeah, like what does that mean? Don't talk to him like he's an EVP,
Love,
Phil.
love your beard too.
Phil's good. Phil's over here like he's talking to the spirit box.
Yeah.
Did someone else say that they love my beard? You know,
Could you please say beard?
please say beard. Can you say Phil with 2 L's? Look, I agree with about Phil with 2 L's. That's your name now. What's this?
Phil with 2 L's.
He's got the best beard, brother.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a little weird, Wojo, but that's all right, buddy. Can you not grow a beard, Wojo? Could you grow a beard if you wanted to, Wojo? I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes. You got to answer the question. Could Wojo grow a beard? Could Wojo grow a beard? Let's do that on the spirit box. See what happens.
Yeah, next time I'm out, I'll ask.
Yeah, and immediately you'll go, get out.
Yeah.
Beat it. Well, I am super pumped. Rich is going to be here Thursday night. Everybody's going to tune in. What do you mean no? No what? Oh, you don't think Wojo could grow a beard?
Oh, I think he's meaning him.
You can't grow a beard. Well, last night you showed everybody your chin on my damn podcast 3 times. I don't know what the hell you were doing. I mean, you know, he looks like a real researcher. That's funny, dude. That is funny. The beard is where he hides his 2 L's in emergencies.
That's true.
Look at this shit. Yeah. Hey, Phil, can you come over and hang out? Yeah, I'd love to. Everybody's like, yes, but not like Phil's. Okay. He could grow one, but not like Phil's. But yeah, so Rich is on the show last night, right? And he's on his computer and he's got his camera like right here. And I look over and he's looking up at something on his computer, and all you see is the ball of his chin with his little scruff. And I'm like, guy, nobody wants to look at your chin. Can you look at that? This is live, right? This is what happens in my world, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not mad about it. I love my life. Things are good, man. But no, we're gonna have a kick-ass time. We're gonna enjoy doing this, and I've enjoyed being your friend now and getting to know you and doing this with you, and I'm honored to be a part of this. It's so cool. No sorries, Rich. Stop. It's my podcast, dude. Nobody's here like, hello, welcome to Banter with Richie B. We're not going to swear. There'll be light laughter only. And we don't do it that way. So shut the fuck up with that shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we're gonna obviously, you can see we're gonna have a blast because us 3 together, I think, is a great trio. It was kind of pieced together by you, really, because people wanted to, know they want to know what the hell you were doing, right? Rich, all right, let's close with this.
Sure.
How did that happen?
So Rich, the other Rich, reached out to me first. He wanted to go to the Huckamuck. He had never been in the Huckamuck, but he didn't want to go by himself because he didn't know the area, didn't know anything about it. So I was like, all right, I'll show you around. I'll show you some of the hot spots. So originally we were supposed to go in December, but then he got sick the day we were supposed to go. So he was like, oh, do you mind if we reschedule? I was like, oh, no worries at all. And so then we rescheduled for the date that it was. And then it must have been like a week before or a week and a half before, you had already started messaging me, and then you asked if I was going out that day to go to the Huckamuck, and I was like, yeah, I am, but I'm going with this other guy, Rich. Let me just ask to make sure that it's cool with him if you tag along. I'm sure that it will be, but I did say to him that I was going to show him around the Huckamuck, and then obviously, fast forward, and the other Rich is like, yeah, sure, I don't care, and then it's kind of set in stone after that, and then we all met in the Huckamuck that morning, basically.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'll end it with this. And that's a reflection of who you are, brother. I guys, I wanted to reach out to you. I wanted to find out more about you. I found it interesting in what you do. I like your work. I love your talent with editing and all that stuff. Is just, it's awesome. And I was like, man, being a podcaster and a creative mind myself, I'm like, I look for people that kind of stand out like that. You know what I mean? So kudos to you for being who you are, because that brought this little collaboration together. And now you guys are my friends. Like, me and Rich talk, and we've had personal talks even. So I get to have another friend in this world. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Thank you for that. You know what I mean? Thank you for being open-minded and not even knowing I was your neighbor at that time.
Yeah, right. I know, right? It's small world, dude. Isn't that weird how that works? It's so weird.
I went home and told
Um,
everybody, and I'm like, nobody's surprised, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Nobody's ever surprised with my life. They're like,
yeah,
"Yep,
yeah.
makes sense."
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, makes sense. So listen, Thursday night, 7 p.m. I'm gonna say it again. You better do it, or I'm gonna send Richie from New Hampshire to come get you. Forget about it. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, go over to Exploring with Phil, 2 L's, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you can find it. And Rich says yes, thank you, Phil, with 2 L's as well. I'm truly grateful for this collaboration. These guys have become my friends, and I cannot wait to get out and do this again. Hopefully on the 26th now that Rich is putting a little something together, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wait a
definitely.
minute. This just in. We have a logistics side note from Ronald in Florida. I'm glad you got the VPN. You may want to look into a packet sniffer if you want to track the IP of someone. Oh, just a
Interesting. Okay,
um,
okay.
packet sniffer. I'm glad he didn't write package sniffer. That would have been really weird. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I will look it up. And if it brings me to some weird porn site, I'm going to come get you.
Yeah, right.
That thing sounds weird. I charge Rich to be my friend. He charges me money. I have to pay 50 cents every time he says hi. So
There you go.
whatever,
Yep.
man. So 7 p.m. Go over and check it out. The premiere. Check out this premiere. There's trailers out right now that'll get you excited, that'll get you curious. You don't want to miss this. 8 p.m. You're gonna come here. You're gonna hang out with us after gaining all that knowledge. Because other people, if you don't watch it, other people probably did, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, what are we talking about?" So you got to make sure you like and subscribe to Exploring with Phil with 2 L's, and then find out what the hell we're talking about, and then come hang out with us. If you got a question and you want to click the link and show your face on the screen and ask Phil yourself or Rich yourself in person or myself you can do that. We'll give you 5 or so minutes to have a conversation with us. Ronald did it before, right? I've had about 5 or 6 people do that on my show, so it's a good time, right? So we are an interactive podcast. Everybody knows that everybody's here together. Just because we're on screen, that doesn't exclude you. You're the important one here. We want your questions. We want you to see something. You can debate respectfully. That's all. That's all I ask. You could say, "No, I don't believe in that," but this could be that. Have that conversation. Don't be afraid here. It's open like that. Just be respectful. That's all I ever ask. And as my friend Wojo says, buy the merch, man. And if you're here and you're hanging out and you know somebody else, that whatever, get them to like and subscribe to my Banter with Richie B YouTube page. Find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, Banter with Richie B. Check it out over there, man. I'm starting to compile a lot of followers, man. What did I count? I don't know. I'm over 1,000 finally combined.
Nice.
So I'm getting there. You know what I mean? But we're having fun, and it's about like this. Like if I didn't follow you, I wouldn't know who you were. I wouldn't have seen your work. So it's not about ego. It's about spreading the message and getting it out there and having this conversation and this dialogue and maybe creating the perfect collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
super pumped, Bree, thanks for stopping by. Ronald, thanks for stopping by. Wojo, as usual, your support is always appreciated. Rich from Shadowside Paranormal Research Society. Way too many words, but definitely like and subscribe. And if you set up a YouTube page, don't use that many words. Just so you know. Purple Blur, good to see you. Kevin O'Keefe, good to see you. Everybody, good to see you. Make sure you tune in Thursday night, 8 o'clock, right here on Banter with Richie B podcast. It's going to be an exclusive on Thursday night, and I will have my show on Saturday night. So this is an exclusive time. Oh, Mary, there she is. That's my sister, Mary. Love you, Mary, so much. Thank you for stopping in. We will see you Thursday, Bree. I look forward to you commenting and partaking in it. Again, you can always click the link and jump on screen and be part of the conversation because we're fun. Cheers to you too, Purple Blur. Be here Thursday because I guess I won't see you Saturday, but make sure you watch the replays, bro. And whenever I have exclusives, watch for them because I always love your questions and your interaction, man. You're a smart, good person, so I like having you there. I show up. I don't always talk. Okay, that's fine. All right. Put down the gun. I don't know. That kind of sounded like a warning, didn't it, Phil?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Phil, say goodnight to everybody. We'll
Good
talk
night,
to you guys
everybody.
later.
See you guys Thursday.
Thanks for stopping out in here and hanging out with us. How's that? Have a good night. Listen.
Peace.
Listen. Be nice to each other. Don't be mean. I always say something like that at the end of my shows because people are mean these days. Good night, everybody.